Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we invite Mr. Akylbek Japarov, Chairman of the Cabinet of Ministers and the Head of the President Administration of the Kyrgyz Republic, for a welcome keynote address.
Your Excellencies, for welcoming speech on behalf of the government of the Kyrgyz Republic, we invite Mr. Akylbek Japarov, the Chairman of the Cabinet of the Kyrgyz Republic and the Head of the Presidential Administration of the Kyrgyz Republic. Dear guests, participants of the forum, dear ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the President of the Kyrgyz Republic, Mr. Japarov, and on behalf of the Cabinet of Ministers, I welcome the participants of the 10th MINEX CA. I would like to thank the organizers of this forum, a valuable event, which represents a unique opportunity for future cooperation. It is a pleasure to note that this forum is attended by developed countries, larger companies of international value. No doubt it will trigger and provide new impulse and will have practical and dynamic character on mutual beneficial partnership in the future. Dear participants of the forum, following the main topic of the forum, I would like to mention that 95% of the territory of the Kyrgyz Republic are mountains, which subsoil is rich in mineral resources, not only gold or coal, and including more than 5 million tons of ore at different deposits, and rare earth metals, which are presently in high demand and economic demand. Cesium, the group of different metals, heavy metals, and other metals. For instance, forecasted deposits on different deposits total 20 million tons. And so it's only one deposit. At another deposit, it totals with 21 elements and totals 60,000 tons. Kutisai too. So these deposits or reserves were registered 50 years ago, and there are respected opinions of scientists and academia. And in case of detailed geological exploration and applying best technological innovations can be explored. That proves and will prove the richness of natural resources of Kyrgyzstan, and we welcome to work with us. We wait for investors to explore geologically and start extraction. Dear participants, in-depth information on mining sector will be presented by the Minister of Natural Resources, Mr. Meles Jusupjanov Turgumbayev. I would like to focus your attention on the overall situation in the country, including social economic process of the country, which set forth the pathway of our future. Let me explain those processes. First of all, we ensured political stability in the country based on improving economic situation in the country, improved economic situation and increased tax revenues to the national budget, and increase in wages of medical doctors, teachers, and cultural workers. Improving the activity of low-income families. For them, we organize social contracting and provide requirement to satisfy their needs, including fight against corruption. 80% as a result supports the guides and the political line of our distinguished President, Mr. Akylbek Japarov. And with the respected Washington-based University, IRI mentioned that there are improvements in all spheres of life. Kyrgyzstan, after 3 revolutions, improved its economic improvement towards prosperity. In economy, we can witness serious movements. As a result, we can confidently say or characterize the Kyrgyz Republic as a reliable economic partner capable to fulfill its economic commitments. In recent years, the economic growth shows exceptionally growth and progress. and GDP totaled 7% in last year. Economic contribution is performed by all sectors, and our efforts aimed at improving investment climate and dynamic growth in construction sector. The investment increased to main capitals more than 66.6 billion percent, and GNP or GDP 53.8%. In 2023, we passed a historical line. GDP total 1.9 trillion sums, which is more than the last years. Most financial institutions forecasted that in 2023 the GDP of Kyrgyzstan will be 20 billion USD, and it was expected that one of the lagging behind countries in Central Asia. The president tasked the cabinet of ministers by 2023 achieve their 30 billion USD in GDP and 200 million by 2035. And by 2026, we will overcome 20 billion USD. The per capita totaled $2,000, which totaled in 23 to $1,200. Thanks to monetary and credit policy, inflation reduced from 7.6 in 2022 to 7.3% in 2023. In May 2024, inflation stood 4.4%, which enabled our national bank to reduce interest rate up to 9%. As a result of fiscal measures, and the national budget increased up to 2.5 times, wherein we never impose new taxes or change the existing ones. The consolidated budget of the country in 2024, we're expecting to be about 670 billion sums, which is one comparison of 2022, 247. Moody's finally provided its perspective forecast for the credit rating of the Kyrgyz Republic, upgraded the outlook to B3. These factors, as I mentioned, evidences as the strengthening the statehood of the country as a reliable partner, which will fulfill its financial commitments in a timely manner and in full capacity. Dear participants, another interesting point and the interest for the potential investors as a good information, it's energy sufficiency with the rich in water resources in Kyrgyzstan and supplying not only Kyrgyzstan but other countries. And we are rich in resources. We address different challenges, including the energy supply. Recently, we, jointly with Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan as neighboring countries, signed an agreement to build Kambarata 1 HPP. It's a new stage in the Department of the Regional Energy Integration. It evidences that we can unite to address global challenges. This project symbolizes the development of energy integration of the region. In other words, there won't be any show in Central Asia on fight in terms of water resources. So we won't have that anymore, as it is mentioned in mass media. And we will have local contribution for the sake of all people. And last, we are ready for mutual beneficial cooperation. We want to fairly spread and disseminate our wealth with our partners. I would like to cite Winston Churchill. In capitalism, we unequally distribute the wealth. In socialism, we unequally among poor. So our plans to improve the situation. We want to fairly distribute our wealth and to develop mutual beneficial cooperation for the interest of our people. In our country, we are advancing the legislation through decrease the tax burden on entrepreneurs. We also provide tax benefits to different national enterprises, thanks to measures of support in mining sector as well from the government. The investments are increasing gradually. Everyone can benefit with existing benefits and actively invest. This is the time to open the new page of our cooperation aimed at ultimate goal and prosperity. Dear guests and participants of the Forum MINEX 24, I encourage to active work, find common points of interest, and to launch large-scale projects. And I express everyone sitting here my appreciation for your interest in strengthening cooperation with the Kyrgyz Republic and Central Asia. Wish all our guests and forum participants fruitful work and success in all your beginnings. Thank you for your attention.